So, last day we talked about dividing fractions. Then we went on to making the step a little bit more harder because we added mixed numbers in our division, right? And we said, hey, if we have mixed numbers, we're going to unmix them by making them improper fractions.
What page do you want?
We're on day 5.
Yeah, I want to do 5.
All right. So,
What is it?
what are the steps involved in unmixing a fraction, making it an improper fraction? Bella.
So you do the bottom number times the big number, so it'll be 3 times 5 is 15.
Yeah.
Plus 1 is 16.
And now that's 16. Is that your top number or your bottom number?
Top number.
Top number.
And 5 is the bottom.
Bottom number does not change. All right. So we do the same thing for the other one, right? What is our new top number? Henry.
5.
Yep, multiply. 3 times 1 is 3. Add the 2, gives us a 5. The bottom stays the same. Okay. Now, I said we don't divide fractions, but we multiply them. So how do we turn this division statement from a division into a multiplication? What do we need to do? Corbin.
Flip the 3 and the 5.
Yeah, you flip the second fraction, the one immediately to the right of the division symbol. Flip that, but the first one stays the same. Okay, now we're multiplying. And the rule for multiplying is, at least one of the rules, techniques, I say we simplify before we multiply. Is there any simplifying that, oops, I wrote down a mistake here, didn't I? No, that's right. Is there any simplifying that we can do here? Right? So there's no simplifying we can do. So all we do is we multiply the tops together. 16 times 3, what number do we get? 48. We multiply the denominators together. 25. Yeah, 48 over 25 as our answer. Okay?
That's a lot of writing. Just one thing.
Yeah. All right. So we did most of the practice. All we have left to do is a couple of word problems here. All right? And with word problems, students tend to have difficulties with fractions. And I suggest maybe when you are reading the word problem, just put some whole numbers in there. Sometimes it makes it a little bit easier to understand. Then we will do it with fractions. Okay, so it says to make a dress, makes 1 1/3 yards of material is required. How many dresses can be made from 32 yards? So what if I said, to make it easier, if I said, hey, one dress requires 2 yards of material, and you have 10 yards, how many dresses can you make? Nicholas?
16. 5.
No,
20.
5. So if you have 10 yards,
I didn't even hear the question.
all right, and each
Oh, yeah.
dress takes 2 yards for each dress,
Oh.
how many dresses can you make? All right? 5. I'm hearing it, right? So how do you get 5 from 10 and 2? What math operation do you do? Divide by 2. The material you have divided by how much each dress takes up. So here we're going to do the same. Instead of going 10 divided by 2, our question says we have this much material. We have 32 yards. And we're going to divide by how much material each yard takes. So each yard takes 1 1/3 material. Right? Okay. So, what is our first step that we need to do? Nicholas?
Wouldn't you put the 32 1 under it?
Yeah, make this into a fraction. Great.
And then you would take the 3 and you would times it by 1 and then plus the...
Yeah, and to convert that to an improper fraction. We multiply, then add. So what is our new top number, Nicholas?
Your new top number would be 4.
Thank you. And we still have 32 over 1 sitting here. So now what do we do next? Huh? Dallas. Not Dallas, sorry, Logan.
Make it into a multiplication by flipping the 4 and the 3.
Yeah, so we turn into a multiplication by flipping the 4 and the 3. So 32 over 1 times 3 over 4. Okay.
No.
Dallas, quiet please.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So now, what do? We look for simplifying. Do you see any simplifying that can take place? Julia,
4 can go into 32 8 times.
all right? So remember, when we simplify, we cross out a top and a bottom, right? So we said 32 can go into 4 how many times, Julia?
8.
8. So we cross out what's left over. And so we write down what's left over. And 4 can go to 4 one time. Okay? So now, is there any other simplifying that we can do?
No.
So we multiply the tops together, which is 8 times 3 is 24. Bottoms 1, which is just 24. Right, so a word problem is we need to give a little sentence. So what does the 24 represent?
You make 24 dresses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can make 24 dresses. All right. Yeah. And I think we're going to skip example 2 here, which is very similar to this one, and I'll give you more time to do your assignment. All right, so we'll call it at that.